In a previous video about my home network, I mentioned the wireless access point I set up had died. The replacement was in, and the experience with setting this up still leaves me a little puzzled. The subject is the TP-Link EAP610, one of their Omada business line of products. When the other one died, I had to interface with their business support team, which was done over email. They gave me instructions on resetting, which I had done multiple times at that point, and asked for some status screenshots. They agreed that it was defective and recommended I return it to the retailer for a replacement. It took about a week, but the new device came in, and that's where all kinds of frustration happened. With the defective unit, I realized that when you do a reset of the device, the only way you can connect to the management interface over Ethernet is on a 192.168.0.0 network. That is extremely frustrating and inconvenient if you have VLAN set up or if your default VLAN isn't on that subnet. I believe that is because they want you to set it up over the default Wi-Fi or use their Omada controller. After it was set up though, I could connect it to another VLAN, and whatever subnet it ended up on, I could access the management interface. With the new one though, even after it was set up, I could not connect to it unless it was on the 192.168.0.0 network. I must have spent 3 to 4 hours just trying to get it to work right. I could enable SSH, and sometimes I could get that to work over a new subnet, but still the web interface wouldn't respond. I did install the Omada controller software on my Odroid C4 and could set it up that way, but one of the problems with that interface is you cannot control the Wi-Fi radio power or bandwidth settings like you can from the built-in web interface. I also could not figure out how to make any changes over SSH. In a desperate move, I uploaded the configuration file I saved when I had the last access unit working. It loaded without issue, and after that I could access the web console from the DHCP assigned subnet. I have no idea what in there made it work, but it did. I finally took down the TP-Link travel router and put the EAP610 in place. It has been running about 2 weeks now, and I've not noticed any issues. I live in a fairly Wi-Fi congested environment, so I decided for just me it would be okay if both bands were set for only 20 MHz of bandwidth, and I turned the power down to 20 dBm. I did go back and change the output power to 23 dBm, and the max it can go is 25. I have experienced network issues during that time, but that was also over the wired network. I'm not exactly certain what caused the problems, but I think it was DNS related. Since I installed Unbound on my Pi-hole, I've not had the issue again, so I'm uncertain if that was the problem or not. Another issue has cropped up today, but that required a restart of my pfSense computer. I went with the Omada access point because it can do up to 8 SSIDs and assign them to different VLANs. I've not tested that limit, but that function does seem to work with what little I've done. The limited lifetime warranty is also a plus. Some things I'm not satisfied with is the limitations with setup and the fact that the Wi-Fi passwords are openly visible in the web management interface. You also can no longer access the web interface if using the network controller, which again leaves out some of the Wi-Fi settings. The only way I found to gain access again is to do a reset, which again you run into those network issues. The password hiding function works in the Omada controller software though. Those issues aside, I'll give this more time before believing this is the way to go. Once I move, and in a larger house, I'll see how well one AP covers it, and if another is needed. Please let me know what you think. Do you have any experience with TP-Link, Omada, or consumer level? Have you noticed any issues like what I've run into, or has it been all smooth, as all the other YouTube creators have claimed? Do you think some other system would work better for around the same cost? Otherwise, just comment potato below and I'll know you've made it this far at least. That's it for this video. If something else happens with this unit, I'll be sure to let you know. Until next time, I'm Good Monkey. Thanks for watching. I hope that it wasn't terrible.